Hey, hiya, hoa. What's happening? What's up, ta? What am I gonna cut? Colette, what am I gonna do? I need a gem for me and you and the rest of the show. Incoming stones. Can show you those. Nerm, nerm, nerm. 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 Green. It needs to be green. 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 Huh? Mm. 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 I don't want to cut this one. It looks like Turkish Delight. With the sugar on top? Let's give it a little bit of Turkish Delight. Mm. So maybe I should just put this one in the museum. Huh? Huh? One thing's a fact, and that's that I need to work on Labradorite. Gorgeous. Yeah. Take that to the saw. I think I'm going to use my little saw for that one. Mm. Ooh, Labradorite. That's right. Left. Left, right, left. I got 9 rocks in the mail while I was working on my car. And I did not open the package all week. That was my treat. After I successfully got my car working again. Ah, Colette, it wasn't about how long it took me either. It Working on my car, it wasn't about, oh, how fast can I do this part? It was, let's take the maximum amount of time that I have and pack in as much as possible. So like I started doing, I'll do this thing and then I'll like, okay, I need to come up with a plan for that. So I'll start doing this thing and I'm doing that thing and oh, I got a plan for that. So then I try that and then, oh, let's do something a little better. So then I come back to this thing and then I do this other thing because I finished that one and then I come back to this one and I do that and then I have to try a plan for this one. And I got a lot of stuff done. It was really cool. But I still didn't get like enough done. I want to take everything out and paint it and chrome plate it, and that means I'm gonna need a chrome plating machine. And I was thinking that I could get like a golding machine, because those are just like a box and you go shh, and it makes everything all gold. And yeah. So that was the thing. But anyway, my treat for getting the car back together was to open the gems. With a buddy of mine. Um, People who come by the show, Joe and Roxy, Jers. Going for fancy now. Well, I mean, I didn't just fix the car. I wasn't just gonna fix the car. Because the way I see it, I was like, well, this isn't like a beater scenario, Colette. It's like a lot of people, like if I was driving a beater, and if you think about, the age of the car it's like an 18-year-old car now. So it is kind of like in beater zone. It's got like 2 more years before it enters classic car zone. Or maybe it's 7 years. I think it's 25 years before it's a classic, right? So it's in the beater zone just because of the age and the fact that I haven't finished the body work on it in over 6 months. Bad body work is like an unmade bed. You can have a perfectly clean room with an unmade bed and it looks like a messy room. Same thing with a car. You can have a great, fantastic car, 100 ways over, better than anything you can buy on the market, but bad body work makes it look like it's a shitbox. But then you go back and you're like, okay, so the amount of work that I put into this thing, if it was a shitbox, I'd just get another shitbox. And it would be, financially sound, and it would also be the smartest choice. It would take less time, and I'd have a different car, probably a newer car, updated technologies and all that. But the fact that it's not a throwaway car, it's actually quicker than most cars on the road today. But you add to that the fact that, like, what I'm getting at is I wasn't just in there fixing the car. I wasn't just fixing my old beater to get around. What I was doing is taking whatever car I had and making it better, And what's out there that I'm gonna really love as much as my G6? Because, I mean, we've developed a relationship over the past few years. I have grown to love that car. I cried when I got rid of Bonnie. She was such a sweet car. We went through so much together. And it's a car, but it's also a representation. It's a great car. I get to know my cars pretty well. That's another thing about getting a different car. I mean, in the 4 years I've owned Jeeves, I've replaced a lot of parts, right? Which means I've gotten down in the engine bay already on almost every side. Yeah, every side of it I've worked on at some point in another because I put on all the motor mounts just for the horsepower purposes. Which I should show you some pictures. I got 2-year-old motor mounts and they're both ripped out. Ripped. Straight up ripped out. Big old rubber motor mounts. You remember on my Instagram I got that pin? It's like a rubber motor mount thing and it's got that pin in the middle. It's all bent back. Those pins are still okay, but the rubber front and back mounts, ooh, toast. Back to the gems. I opened the gems at the Friends. I gave them a couple of them. I let them pick out. They got some tourmaline needles and double terminated quartz. Hey, what game should we play? Let me show you these. Drive. I don't. That's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, now that I rebuilt the transmission, it's so much punkier than it was already. So like I'm at a stoplight and I let off the brake and my car's already going forward. And I hit the gas a little bit and it's trying to break the tires loose. I gotta be careful driving in the rain. And when I get on it, when I give it a little drink, then I'm doing a squeak burnout. And if I really foot down to the floor, then it doesn't move at all. It just sits there and spins the tires. And the engine goes way up on the RPMs. And then I'm like, oh no, these are expensive tires. It's like $800 for a set of tires. It's insanity. Also, I want to point out, it is important to drive safe out there. So when it comes to like doing burnouts and all that stuff, you don't want to do it in a dangerous situation. Drive safe and drive fun. All right, so here's a piece of orange selenite. I'm not real excited about this one. You can kind of see the like zone over here and then some lines through it. It's not very translucent either. And then on top of all of that, there's not a lot of color. Color's mostly over here. I don't know. It's another piece, but that the nice thing about stuff like this is it helps give me perspective on the quality of the other stuff I have. Oh, that's kind of neat. Apparently this is the natural surface of it. We'll look at that under the microscope cam. And then to add to it, there's actually a cleave line right here. I can see like yeah, that line right there, that thin layer. It's like a sandwich or something. It's very feldspar-y the way it's layered like that. Quartz doesn't do that. Topazes and feldspars are layers. Okay, so man, that is cool. We're going to look at that under the microscope cam. That's our microscope cam this week. Just a piece of sunstone. Grabbing some sunstone while it's available. Speaking of feldspars, which actually, this sunstone is very brown. Speaking of like having different rocks to compare to others, the other sunstone I have from like 3 years ago, it's very light, tan, and kind of orangish. And I didn't know what to think about it, because there's a lot of different versions of sunstone. But having this to compare to the other stuff kind of gives me a perspective on the value of the other stuff. I need to cut into some of this and see how it does. Ooh, check this out. This is exciting. Ah, this is a big piece of orange citrine. Look at the size of that cleanliness in there. This is problems down here, but this is pretty good. I think there's one crack in that. And it's because it's the end member. This face and this face are normal faces, and this is a natural facet. Or a natural edge corner point thing. Yeah, very clean. Great end member grade crystal. I mean, I am so excited about this because I also got two other pieces of quartz. Boom. That's a natural face. This one and this one and this one and this one. This is the top. It's the top of the quartz crystal. That's the peak point. Right there. And then you got the four of them. And then over here. And so you got the top and side of the crystal. Black, yes, but chocolatey. Chocolate. And the next one, Joe actually said it's like root beer candy. So you think that one was quartzy. Look at that. Now that is what we call a point. That's a quartz point. That's the tip. I don't even know how they parted with this. Because it's so cool. And what did I pay? Like $5? Like $4 and something? Let's see, 11. Yeah, I got 11 stones for $30. So I paid $3.30 each. No, less than that. I can't do the math. 33 divided by 11. $3 each. I should be able to do that math. Come on, Jake Bud. $3 each. So this was a $3 quartz point, and you look down it, and you can see the 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's root beery. Very root beery. Look at how clean that is in there. Man, this stuff's gonna be nice. Cool. What else do we got? Got a couple little celestite formations. Oh, we are back. Okay. I'll wait, because these are worthwhile. These are worth waiting for. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Green. Needs to be green. Wouldn't mind doing a peridot. Could try for a small diopside. I did get that new diopside. I should do the fluorite and then I could send it to you. Yeah, we'll hit the fluorite, the saw with the fluorite, labradorite, and this piece of citrine. I think we're gonna do that. What else? Should probably make a slab. Slab out of something that Colette sent. Oh, hey, another piece of labradorite. We cleaved off that other one. I can see through this too in the middle. It's not easy to see through, but there's light passing. I gotta do something with these big topazes too. Yep, I like this one. That's the showpiece. I could make this into something for the show, but I don't want to do a light colored stone. I want to do something green. I'm putting my gem down. It's gotta be green. Man, that is some nasty looking puke stone labradorite. Wild. Like a dirty potato. Alright, maybe we can do something with that. This guy might be somebody. I don't like that cleave on the side, though. Yeah, this one's full of cracks, too. And it is, too. A bit of a problem when you get all those sides flat and then there's a crack in the middle. Yeah, this one might work. Yeah, there might be something in there. Otherwise, we're gonna... Can't do another prey night again. Guess I could do like a green appetite. What did I do with that? Oh, it rolled away. Okay. Oh, no, there's nothing to rewatch. I was just talking. And I knew that in particular, Colette. I was like, okay, Colette might be here, she might not be. I'm not going to say anything important. Why I specifically didn't say anything important. Oh, yeah. Just talking to myself. I'm so sore, Colette, from all of the using my body. I hate to admit it. Really hate to admit it. I think a lot of my soreness is from rollerblading while working on the car. Because my legs are so sore. And it's because I'm rollerblading around, right? And I got two straps on the blades. And the blades are like, they were $35 before the great inflation. Wow. I've had those rollerblades like 4 years now. 5 years. That's ridiculous. Okay, Colette, hear me out. This is crazy. I'm just remembering this now. Not very well, though. OG, I had bought the rollerblades. I was like, man, I haven't rollerbladed in 15 years. I looked at them, and the year went by, and I was like, I'm going to do it. I got me the rollerblades. And I rollerbladed around on some smooth concrete for about 5 minutes. And I was like, this is awesome. I want to do this. I want to go somewhere and rollerblade. Really cut loose. I never took the time to. They sat there, brand new rollerblades for a couple of years. And I was like, yep, got my cake. I'm not eating it, but I have it. I got my rollerblades, not using them. Then I decided to try them, and I enjoyed them so much, I just left them in my car. And I started guerrilla rollerblading. When I would have an hour, or when I'm going on lunch or something, I'll just, go somewhere, pop them on, rollerblade for a little bit. I'd try going to different rollerblading parks and ramping and stuff. So I've had those blades a lot of years. Anyways, $35, dirt cheap. They got two straps. And the one strap on the lower part of the feet, I get that one, it's a click, click, click strap. I got one click down, and it's kind of tight on the front of my big, wide feet. And then the top strap goes around my ankle. And so that's the one that braces the wheels to my leg. And it gets me my ability to turn real tight and lean into it without breaking my ankles. But that one starts to cut into my legs, and so I was actually leaving that one loose. And so I'm standing there, I'm basically balancing on a tightrope the whole time I'm rolling around. But it was fun, and it was so fast because I'm like, this side of the car, rollerblade to this side of the car, rollerblade to this side of the car, rollerblade over the toolbox, rollerblade back. It was so much fun. Just roll over here, roll over there. It's like, imagine if you're just like one step and you're 10 feet over this way, one step and you're 10 feet back. And it was that because it's like one step and a roll grab. And the rolling part is fun. It's like, Whee! I'm doing something, but I'm doing nothing. Oh, and getting up and down is so easy. So easy. Because you get down, and when your hands are close to the floor, you just kick your feet out, and the wheels on the front of the blades, they just loop, and then lower my knees. I got my hands out and the blade wheels out, and I just gingerly lower my knees onto the ground. Faster, easier. I thought getting up and down would suck with the blades, but it's nicer. The only thing is being down on the floor with the blades is kind of hard. So like if I was going to be sitting there for a half an hour, I would switch back to my shoes or just take them off. Because they actually did start making some cut marks on my on my foot. Let's see. Yeah, I guess you can still kind of see the wear mark on the front of my foot. And I think this side has one too. Yeah, this one's a little bit more medicinally concerning. It's a little bit redder, but not, I mean, it's just a little irritation, right? But other than that, being soreness and all that, it was really fun. It was a blast. And the fact is, I got an A because it all fired up. Whoa, 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 it's magic. But we call it internal combustion. I gotta go in a little bit. I told Lois I'd do things. And she's like, do you have a time in mind? I was like, I never have a time in mind. I just go, and that's what existing is. So, when I texted her, and I was like, how about now? Because the thing is, I got like half a dozen things to do today, like every day. And some of it is, well, like I need to go through my my workbench. Go to the grocery store. That's probably on the list. And then going to Lois's is one of the priorities on the list. And that can happen pretty much any time because it's going to be, what, like 3 hours? So anytime when she's available and I'm available, and we could even put it off for a day if that needs to happen, but I don't want to because I got things to do tomorrow. Urgh. Urgh. What are you gonna get at the grocery store? At the old grockery store. It was? I mean, I can believe it. Ah, you're getting the buy one, get ones. Gotcha. True story, cannot find my rollerblades. Oh, maybe it's because they're not called rollerblades. They're called inline skates. Really? I bought them in 2019? That doesn't make sense. Let me dial this back. This is 23, 22. 21 is when I was skating a lot. Okay, yeah, 21 is when I started skating with them. Because that's when I found that big place to skate. And I was like, this is great exercise. I'm gonna do this. And I started spending some hours just out there rollerblading. So yeah, that was 21. So I had them for 2 years before I really started using them. Okay then. And huh. I thought they were $35, but they were $49. Hmm. And I was way off on that. How was I off so far? They're $38 now. Well, for crying out loud. Oh, those are the kids ones. Okay. That's what it is. Yeah. I mean, I will give them that they've been good skates. They're cheap in that like if you're just gonna be rollerblading for a half an hour or maybe an hour, they're fine. They're just not an all day skate. They're not a lace up skate. That is one thing I will say about them. I can whip them off and on really fast. Having two straps like that. Yeah, I mean credit to the people that make them, because I've gone off some jumps too, like quite a few jumps, and they held up. I was like, I don't want to go off a big jump with a 200-pound grown man, um, you know, on some cheap $35 skates. But I did do a couple of little jumps, and they held up. Hmm. But the thing is, the wheels are gone. The wheels. I should take a picture of that for my Instagram. The back wheels are like half gone because that's where all the weight is. And then the front wheels, since that handles all my turning and bevel and push off, they're beveled and they're tearing apart. Like the rubber, the material is just like totally tearing apart. Yeah, the wheels are wore out. And when I was a kid and I was playing roller hockey, um, I wound up getting a new set of wheels. And, I sat there with the Allen wrenches and I took the old ones off and I put the new ones on and tightened them down. And, it was nice because I got to feel the difference because the wheels wear out so, I don't want to say slow, but they wear out so slow you don't really realize that your skates are becoming less fun. And it's like when I try to push off, the wheels, since they're smaller, they don't roll as far. So you push off, and instead of rolling 10 feet, you roll 6 feet. So that's one problem with the wheels. The other one is that they start to slip. And the other one is that you can't take turns. But the real biggest, like the number one reason to get new wheels is the bearings. Like if I pick my skates up and I zip all the wheels, like 3 of them will keep spinning and one of them's like and stops, and I can hear it like as I'm going over the ground. And I sprayed them with some lithium to get me through the car repairs. And yes, I have been shopping to see about maybe getting some wheels or maybe getting a new pair of skates. And then I'm like, I didn't really skate much this year and they're not that bad anyway. And I go around and around in decision fatigue. I will say though, they were really fun. Like I was looking forward to getting out there and rollerblading while I work on my car. It's so cheesy. I, sh- Colin, I have been kicking myself for like, what, 3 years now? I keep telling myself that I do such crazy things at work and while I'm working, and I dance. I should be live streaming it. I should just have a channel called Jacob Does It Live. And then I could set up my cell phone tripod in the corner. But the thing is, I don't, I need like a better cell phone plan. Decision fatigue. That's why I do the part of the show called Why'd I Buy That? Why'd I buy that? 50% of the reason I do that is because I get decision fatigue and I'm trying to understand how to overcome it. The other 50% is because I figured if companies appreciated what I'm doing by explaining why we buy their products, they might actually share my content out and then I would become more popular. But that's not likely. Because the quality of the White I buy, that's not there. I need better production quality, Colette. I just go live and that's the show. I like what I do, but I do always want to make it better. Jokes on... Okay, I got a new joke. I'll tell you my new bit. I'm liking this one so far. It's going pretty good. Because I haven't had a new bit I'm excited about in a couple of weeks. Yeah. Ladies, I know you have red flags. Don't try to hide it. I need to know if your red flags are compatible with my red flags. Like, for example, are you controlling and manipulative? I'm non-confrontational. Let's weave our red flags into a weighted love quilt. Don't understand the weighted blanket thing. It smashes me. No. No, I like lightweight, airy, fluffy. Keep me warm, but don't sit on top of me blankets. Yeah. I want one of those blankets that's like 6 inches thick and weighs about a quarter ounce. I want a blanket that's filled with helium. Like helium cells. That's what we need. Colette, we need to make helium foam. That's gotta be a thing. What's the why don't we have more things with helium foam? Hmm? People talk about helium foam, so it's lightweight foam, so it's just bubbles. But I want it in a solid, like a like a packing foam. Hmm. Characteristic of polyethylene foam filled with helium. Oh, this is just about sound absorption. I'm looking at making things lighter. Like, excuse me, my blanket. Right, exactly. I want, like, to have my blanket, like, hovering over me. I don't understand the weighted blanket thing. People who like weighted blankets probably also wear tighty whities. Roast. Speak, speaking of complaints, that's not my style. I don't do that, but it's like I tried this chicken salad. It's called something weird that you have to say with an accent, like Cape Cod chicken salad, and it's got all this weird stuff in it, like coffee and cranberries, and it was probably designed by somebody who rides a bicycle. I think my fire alarm is blipping. You getting too hot, Colette? Yeah, it was weird. Cranberries and pecans and strange flavors that I'm not used to. There's a funnier way to say that. Hmm. Oh, non-stop jokes all the time. Oh. Yes, I need a battery. I am out of batteries. Hmm. Yeah, I better get going to Lois's. I said half an hour, 45 minutes ago. Yep, I better do that. Let's see. Gotta remember to take the stuff, get over there and be like, oh, forgot the things that I came over here for. Let me turn around and go get them. Done that before. Once. One time. Only one time did I do that. Too many projects. That's why I write them down. Thanks for coming by. Glad we got a chance to chat. It's a Saturday. And we're going to try and do some green gems for the show. Yeah. I'm probably going to live stream again later. I don't know. The day goes so fast. I got to do that workbench too. Maybe we should do the workbench live. Jacob does it live. Anyways, have fun buying one and getting one off. Yeah, you buy one, get one off. You go out there and you get it off. Merry Christmas.